Because race car.
Hi folks, welcome back to Big Wrench Tech. Today, we paint a race car. Yes, I know that's kind of putting the cart before the horse, but we gotta at least make it look good, right? Well, I say putting the cart before the horse, but ideally, you kind of want to get your body to look good before you put the engine in the final touches because, you know, you kind of don't want overspray. By the way, the engine's not done yet. Admire the crooked mock-up engine. I don't know why it's sitting sideways, but I can't be bothered with that right now. As you see, we're not doing a full paint job. We're just making a two-tone, something to break up the black because everybody, and I mean everybody, in the pure stock class has a black car. And I don't know why. Other than the fact that black paint is severely cheap and these cars are destined to get smashed up. It just is what it is. Another cool thing about painting race cars is you don't have to put really the time and care as if you would if it was a restorable vehicle. Obviously, this one's far from it. We're not going to prime it. We're not going to do anything special. Cover up the nose, windshield, the driver's opening, the passenger opening. Scuff it up and shoot it. And because I'm relying on strictly mechanical adhesion, we're going to rough it up with 120, the whole thing. I might even shoot some clear on it. And I'm going to do this all in one day. I guess it's only right to mention that I do have our first sponsor, DB Construction. Thank you very much for coming on board, guys, with helping me out with this conundrum. DB Construction also sponsors Donnie Duchesne, which is the other 73 that you've seen on the channel. That is the open wheel modified. So these guys are great. I must really like that number. I mentioned the big thing to know about painting is it like 90% masking and about 10% painting. This is a lot of work. Well, as you heard the guy, one eternity later, and now we're ready. For today's flavor of gun, paint spray or whatever you want to call it, I'm using the Euro Pro HE. They're about $100 on Amazon. I'm using a 1.3 tip, which is Bluetooth at the moment. I'm running about 40 pounds of PSI. It shoots really well though. Give these things a try. That was supposed to be neon orange, but it's starting to look like Chevy block orange. So, but it does say reddish orange. So let's see what happens. In case you are here for the painting videos, this gets mixed 1-to-1. So 1 part paint, 1 part thinner. As you see on the first coat, my gun decided to do something stupid. But don't worry, there's plenty of time and plenty of coats and plenty of opportunities to get this fixed. And again, at the end of the day, it's a race car. But I was able to wipe it off my finger, and like I said, I had plenty of time. Had it with 1 coat on there so far. Yes, I laid it down heavy. Yeah, you'll see, I think I got 1 little zebra stripe right there. I'm not too worried about the top because the numbers are gonna go on top. Sail panel came out nice. Again, not worried about dents. After dusting it a second time, it's starting to look much better. And it's starting to dull out a little bit. I'm gonna thread and throw that Diamond 4500 clear coat on it, mixed 4-to-1. I add a little bit of reducer to it just because I like it a little thin. I'm in Florida, so the humidity kind of affects it a little bit, but then again, it lays down a whole lot better. Definitely call this finished. Yep, I'm extremely pleased with this. So I'm gonna give this about 15 minutes or so, and then I'll unmask it and really see what the end product is. I'm wondering why it came out generally orange. It's supposed to be a neon orange. I forgot to paint the hood. And I forgot to paint the trunk too. Anyways, I think it's time for the big reveal. Okay, so it's a little past 6 o'clock. And there you go. It's not the best, but it makes the rest of the car looks like crap. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But it's gonna do what it's gonna do, and that's good enough for us. You stupid fly. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. Don't be afraid to throw a wrench at it or a paint sprayer, and we'll see you on the next one.